Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I actually had another video planned. I edited it, everything. It's actually a part two to the previous video that I did about hitting the wall. However, I felt like this video was more so relevant for just what I feel like is happening in the world and how a lot of people are feeling, thinking, etc. So I kind of want to get back to that, specifically relating to me, a little bit later. And today I just want to talk about society and why we feel the need to rush. Why we feel the need to constantly look outside of ourselves or feel like there is something that we constantly need. I see it all the time. And I just kind of want to talk about that today. So, I was in my high school parking lot and I was just visiting out of pure nostalgia just to, be reminded of the school that I went to. And specifically, there's this parking lot where, because we didn't have like a pool in the school. So for those that don't know, I was on the swim team for 11 years. That was my sport of choice. I was really good at it. We would have to wake up really early in the morning, like 6 a.m. sometimes, and we would have to meet at my school, which took us to the bus to the aquatic center, and we would have our swim competitions, which are called swim meets. And I just remember back when I was in high school, I used to dread waking up and going to those buses and knowing that I was about to swim some days. Like I dreaded it in the moment, right? In the present moment as it was happening. But as I was sitting there in that parking lot, like in modern day time, I was just looking back at how those were some of the best times of my life when I was swimming, when I was, I had teammates and stuff. I genuinely was so happy, even though, in the moment it's like, oh, this is so grueling, waking up, doing all these things. I look back and I put it in perspective, some of the best years of my life. And in the present moment, all I sometimes wish that I could have done was enjoy it in the present. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, I think that is how nostalgia is created because we're so quick to want to get to that next thing that we don't even realize in the moment what we have, the things that we have, the people we have in our lives. And we tend to take it for granted until we look back. Do you guys get what I'm saying? We all do that as a society, and it's that illusion of feeling like we need more. And then you get there and you realize, hey, in time, I was gonna get this thing anyway. So essentially, nostalgia is looking back and being kind of resentful of the fact that you didn't enjoy the present moment. That makes sense. And I see this happening to a lot of people. Like, we are not robots. And I realized, like, last year, 2024, you know, I had some things happening. I had some personal family things happening. Um, I had a family member that just was very sick and it was stressing me out. I just feel like I had a little bit of a complicated year and I had a lot of people that I felt as though that I was there for them at their lowest. I felt like they used that moment to kind of level up on me, if that makes sense. I had to face some really harsh lessons about the people that I was showing love to and supporting as opposed to how they were supporting me. And it all happens when you're having those down moments, right? That's when you have to find out who your true friends are. You have to find out who's real with you. And I think a lot of people had that dark night of the soul in 2024, but it was necessary. And I see a lot of you feeling like, you're in a bad spot or you're not where you need to be, but that can be so far from the truth because in the present moment, see, never feel bad for showing compassion to people that don't necessarily show it to you. Never feel bad for showing people that you care when they don't necessarily want to show you that, because what I'm trying to tell you guys is that in time, you're never going to regret being the person to show your emotions. But one thing I can say, anytime that I was just kind of harsh with people, which I really cannot name a lot, I tend to show people that are in my life how I care, maybe even too much. But one thing I notice about the future, like when life goes on, you don't ever regret doing that. What you regret is holding your feelings back from people, holding your words back. You know, time is ticking. You're not going to feel bad because, oh my God, some people didn't, reciprocate your energy. Those people are going to feel bad because they're the ones that are going to have to see in time that there are not a lot of people as authentic and real as you, and there is not a lot of people that have that care. Do you guys get what I'm saying? It's that present moment versus nostalgia. Again, do not feel bad because certain things were revealed to you. You know, we're moving into the age of Aquarius. All of the illusions had to fall. I'm trying to tell you guys, see, the level up process, and I don't care what anybody says. I know you guys listen to a lot of, manifestors. They tell you everything's just so fun and hunky dory. That might be their method and what they want to do, right? The process of getting where you want to be is not always going to seem fun. It's actually going to seem like ego death after ego death. You have to wake up to some harsh truths to level up to where you want to be. I was joking one day and this woman was like complimenting me, telling me how pretty I was. And I was like, trust me. I was like, you want the baddie aesthetic? You have to go through pure hell. And I was being so serious. Of course, it's not just about, any type of aesthetic, but I just think people underestimate the amount of pressure that it takes to level up your life. It takes pain, it takes realization, it takes a lot of things, but you are right where you need to be. Just because you feel uncomfortable does not mean that you are not where you ultimately need to be. And I need you guys to understand that. You know how they say once your manifestations appear in the 3D, time is an illusion. So that means that you always had the thing. I think a lot of us need to realize this because society is constantly pushing us towards the finish line that doesn't exist. Nipsey Hussle said it best: life is a marathon, it's not a race. It's not. If God separated you from people, wherever you are right now is where God wanted you to be. Stop thinking that it's going to be some ideal feeling. No, a lot of times when you are about to level up, I'm going to tell y'all the real. When you are about to level up, that's when evil entities attack you. That's when people start betraying you. That's when stuff starts getting a little bit rocky. But it's only because they feel it too. They feel what's about to happen for you. I try to make this clear because I really do. I think you guys have this. I'm not trying to be, funny, but some of you have this movie theater depiction of life and how it works. It's not how it works. You're going to go through things. You're going to not always like where you currently are. So let me just give an example. So I've found myself on the other side of a testimony. I've been waiting for this, y'all. I've been waiting for some time, and it finally happened. And I'm back to that feeling of like, I wish I would have just enjoyed the moment as I was getting here. Again. Here's another example. Let's say somebody comes up, cut your foot off right now. They cut your foot off. I bet you are going to want to go back to the you that had the foot and cherish the heck out of that and be super grateful for it. You're going to realize how grateful you were for your life once you have no foot. Does that make sense? Some people don't realize how grateful they are for their life because nothing tragic has happened. Be happy for the things that you have. This is why they say, y'all, if you're not grateful for what you have, you quite literally won't get more because the universe understands that. You can't even make room for more on a spiritual level if you aren't happy with what you already have, because you're not even going to see blessings that show up for you. You're not going to see when people show up and they're a blessing. You're not even going to understand if someone was God in a person and came up to you willing to change your life. Some of you wouldn't even see that because you're so Oh, I'm just looking for the next thing. I'm just looking for the next thing. Some of you need to start romanticizing your life and taking life day by day. Have you taken a walk? Go outside, walk, go to the coffee shop, start meeting people. You can run into angels. This is a fact. You want to know how I get help? A lot of people don't choose to help me, but God helps me every time. Do y'all understand that? God will help you every time. Some of you aren't even present enough to see when God is showing up. Does that make sense? Because you're wanting the next thing, wanting the next thing. Romanticize your life. This is the way I look at it. How do you know there's not a millionaire out at a freaking coffee shop just doing philanthropy ready to give you $1 million? You wouldn't know because you're sitting at your house all day. You're sulking. You're sulking mad about the position that God has put you in because he wanted you to grow. He wants you to get everything that you want. You're sitting there like, oh me, oh my, I lost these friends. I lost these people. God wanted that. He made sure of it. I don't know if some of you guys are realizing that, but he made sure the people that didn't serve you well, bye-bye. Bye, they're gone. Once people drop that mask, they never put it back on, did they? Gotta start thinking. Some people don't like your authenticity. Some people don't like where you're going. Some of you gotta start thinking. Everything that seems bad isn't really that bad. Trust your marathon. Trust your life. You're being planted. I've been seeing it everywhere. Chosen one, empath. Look, it's interchangeable. You know where you're going. You don't have to rush because time is not linear. You're going to get to where you want to be. Some of you need to rest more in that feeling. You don't have to know how everything is going to happen. You really don't. I don't know if you guys think I'm joking about some of these things that I say. Bro, I'm not. Yeah, you should focus on your own unique path. Not everybody's path look the same. I think a lot of us have this habit of looking to the right, looking to the left, seeing what other people have, seeing where other people are. That's for them to focus on. Stop focusing on people outside of you because that's where you're giving your power. This is why when I say people did give all that time, to politics. And I'm going to do a second video on that. I'm going to do a second video on that. If you watch The Matrix, we are the battery that drives those politicians. Think about if you put more energy of that into yourself. People always talk about the family unit, the black family. We got to put more effort into people and not celebrities, entertainers, politics and things. We have to put it back into us. Some people still don't understand that, but they will. Like and subscribe. We are going to get into that specifically. I know I'm going to do a whole separate video on that, but gotta put that in there. Don't rush life. There are no rewards for rushing through things. There are no rewards for rushing into this just to say you have it, y'all. It is so easy to get caught up in what you feel like society wants you to do. You can't do that in Age of Aquarius. You are going to get where you're going. Remember how I said the same way that people have the ability to lower your self-esteem, bring you down, all these things. If some of us have that ability to raise it up, turn that light on, back in each other, back in each other, back in each other. That's where humanity is going for the chosen. Now, the people still stuck in Pisces era, knocking people down to get to the top. I want to get there first. Watch where some of those people end up. I wouldn't lie. I've seen that in a pattern these last few years. People think knocking people down and doing this and getting where they want to be by any means. Those people never win. Get it? Like the stuff that they get or acquire is rarely sustainable. And it's because of how they move. Don't move crazy to get what you want. Trust the process. Trust the process. Know who you are. Now, surprise, but I didn't even tell you guys this is going to be a card reading. Surprise! I'm going to pull a few cards, and, I have been practicing this card reading stuff, so we're going to see. Healthy boundaries, healthy love. Set the tone for what you desire by setting healthy boundaries. You are not going to be happy with yourself in the long run. And some of you guys have had this harsh lesson, right, in the last couple years. You get nothing by lowering your boundaries for other people. That is what keeps your confidence, your self-love, your aura high, your spirit high. You have to set those boundaries for not only people, but yourself. You know? Shift your perspective. What if the love you seek is already within you? Which it is. Valentine's Day coming up. Or it's actually tomorrow. Some of you are, this psyop that is Valentine's Day, everybody takes it so seriously and everybody gets so depressed. What if the love you seek is already within you, and that's why God separated you to sit down and focus on putting that love back into yourself? Because maybe he didn't like where you were putting it. Maybe God didn't like where you were putting your power or who you were giving it to. Perspective shift. You're not alone. Bridges ahead. There are bridges ahead that will lead you to new existing chapters. Every ending is a beginning. That's not a cliche line that they just made up. That's the truth. Okay? We're going to do one more because honestly, this wasn't a card reading video, but it's pretty much lining up. Release the fear. Fear and love cannot exist in the same space. Let go of the fear and love will fill the void. Y'all have to stop being so damn scared about what's going to happen. Y'all have to start being happy because God released you from so much that he's about to place you where you're going to be. And you have to walk in that faith. You think it's easy? No, it's not always easy. Sometimes you are going to wake up. You're going to feel like absolute crap. Thank God. I'm trying to not to ever cuss in 2025, y'all. I'm really trying to be good at that. I do not want to cuss. I don't even say crap, but, trust the journey. This was a video that I feel like a lot of people need. Intuitively, I felt it. Like, stop crying and stop whining, you guys. And I get it. We're human. We're souls experiencing a human experience. You are going to feel like you don't know what to do. Oh, last thing I will say, because I'm hearing this in spirit, right? The people that do not know where to start, you don't even know what, literally just don't know where to start in life. You just feel like, I just don't know what to do. Start moving your body. I'm not joking. Get in the gym. You can even move your arms. Okay, I look crazy. That looked crazy. We might even cut that out. But yeah, long story short, moving your body, this is picked up by motion in the universe. I'm so serious. Like when you don't know what to do, you start moving your body, those ideas are going to start coming to you. I don't care if you are love to color. Get a coloring book. Start coloring. Do the things that bring you life and stop focusing so much on fear because that's what's holding you back. Stop doom scrolling. Oh my God, this is going to happen in this country. Oh my God, it's the first day of 2025 and things are already horrible. Okay, well, get ready for a messed up year. If that's what where your mind is, some of you are funny. Yeah, everybody, just know where to put your energy and time. When you feel stressed, when you feel depressed, when you feel lost, when you feel low, go ahead and get in the gym. Start moving your body. Ideas are going to come to you once you do that, I promise. Other than that, everybody else, those ideas in your head, the things that you need to do, that you're too scared to do because, you feel like it's not going to do this, not going to do that. I keep telling y'all, don't worry about the numbers. It's not about the numbers. That doing the thing is what gets you the blessings. God sees it. Soul assignment done, complete. You fill out that coloring book, you did God's going to bless. You get it? It's not about people. It's not about the validation. Not about the numbers. God's going to bless you because you do what you're being called to do. And it's that simple. So this video helped you guys, if you like videos like this. Even if you don't like videos like this, like and subscribe. I'm just kidding. Yeah, like and subscribe because my next video, we're going to get back to hitting the wall, which also aligns with rushing life, ironically. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in.